So look what our friend did to me. I'm drinking coffee.
Oh, look at that. You got
Not
yourself some Java.
She made me coffee with, am I saying it correctly? Is it the Tirani syrup? Tirani syrup?
Okay.
So sugar-free syrup. And then she put pumped egg whites into it.
Okay.
And you can't even taste it. So her trainer told her to get more protein to pump egg whites into it. You can't even taste it. So can you see me? I think I'm going to start doing it to Joey's chocolate milk.
Is putting egg whites in it?
Yeah, because you can't taste it, and it gives them a quarter cup of the egg whites gives them 13 grams of protein or some grams of protein or something like that.
It gives an amount of protein.
No, the half a cup is 13 grams, and then I just remembered that we only put a quarter cup in here because a quarter cup is 2.5 egg whites.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So now she's going to make me go buy a coffee maker and coffee, and now I'm going to want the salted caramel, sugar-free salted caramel, and egg whites.
I go with coffee, but that also sounds good.
Delicious. It's delicious.
It's not Thursday unless there's egg whites in my coffee.
I know it sounds gross. And I even told her, you know what? You should have just done it and not tell me. Because now I'm like, is there egg whites in there?
I wonder if it'll be different. I wonder if it's different if she makes it versus like you making it yourself and putting the egg whites in there. Like if there's like because you did it, it's a little different.
It is.
Then
it tastes slimy, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's why when I do it to my kid, I'm not going to tell him, and I have to not let Layla see either because she'll rat me out.
Well, coffee is so acidic that the acidity probably breaks down that slime texture pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
you can't even taste it. And then you get all of your protein. Like a freaking omelet without making an omelet, and you get your little iced coffee drink.
You only make an omelet with 2 egg whites?
I make an omelet with 2 eggs, 3 egg whites.
Okay. I was going to say a 2 egg white omelet would be a very small omelet.
No,
it would have to use
small.
It would have to use an easy bake oven pan on the range top.
I ain't mad at the yolk. The only reason I go 3 egg whites and 2 full eggs is because 3 full eggs, I'm gonna waste it. That's a huge omelet for me.
Yeah, I'll do some eggs and some egg whites in an omelet. I've been making frittatas lately.
What's a frittata? Is that like a quiche?
No, it's like a okay. What's that?
Your camera went away a minute, but go ahead.
Oh, it's like it's like an egg pie, I guess, but no crust. Hey, I guess. Well, no, because a quiche has more of a
crust, right?
Yeah, and it's got more of like a runny consistency. This is like just a cooked. Like I make it my cast iron skillet. It's like a whole bunch of eggs and some sodium free chicken broth, and then like basically the filling is whatever you want it to be. And so you essentially just kind of mix it all in, and then you just sort of bake it, and then I cut it up into little like pizza slices with the Greek yogurt instead of sour cream and some taco sauce, and it's like a little salt-free, healthy breakfast pie or breakfast cake.
Yummy.
So between that and the Dave's Killer Bread is so bad. It's so good. I love it. It's rad.
Is it good? I see that. What is it about? Because I have never like picked up a package of the Dave's Killer Bread. What is it? Is it a protein bread or is it?
It's just a bread with a bunch of nuts and sunflower seeds and stuff. It just tastes good.
Layla loves it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have that, and we have the Ezekiel bread. I don't know what's in the Ezekiel bread, but everybody tells me to get it in the freezer department. So I have a loaf, and I've had like 3 or 4 slices. And I'm not anti-Ezekiel bread. I don't want to get my bread out of the freezer every time, you know?
Yeah.
So the freezer's posed a problem. I have a love-hate with my freezer. I think ice cream should go in a freezer.
About bread, I'd rather not have it than have pretend bread.
Right. Like what's that air bread that people were making for a while? It was like the whisked egg whites, and I think it was like baking soda. You know what I'm talking about? They would whisk like the egg whites and the baking soda, and it was like pan, like you put it on a pan, almost like a pancake, and it made really light, fluffy. People called it like air bread or cloud bread or something. What am
I saying it correctly? I'm not trying to offend. Is it naan or naan? Isn't that the Indian bread?
No. This is real basic and real light. Like it's egg whites and I think baking soda, and I think one other ingredient, and that's it. And you
Cloud
just
bread. Julie says it's called cloud bread.
that's what it is, cloud bread. And there's like
Yeah.
nothing wrong with cloud bread. It's like all
What about
good.
a chaffle? Have you ever tried a chaffle?
No.
It's just like cheese and egg whites, and then some people can use almond flour, and then you put it in a mini waffle maker, and it makes like bread.
Okay. Okay.
And
I
that's
don't.
a low carb, high fat bread, gluten free. If you're like keto,
When I do cheese on my bread, I do cheese. I get the bagel that's got the cheese already melted in with some of the jalapenos, and then that's my cheese bread. That's
I think when I couldn't do gluten anymore, what I miss the most is the everything bagel. So I get the everything seasoning,
right.
and that's so good. I put some cream cheese on some celery and put that everything bagel seasoning over the top. Oh, so good.
If you take gluten out, is it really an everything bagel?
No. No. And I've tried every gluten-free bagel on the planet, and it's not a bagel. It's not.
Just like I've tried every fake salt on the planet, and
I
it's
know,
not salt.
it's not salt, Ian.
It's not salt.
It's not. The closest gluten-free bun in the area that I have come across is Greens on 10th. They do a hamburger, and their gluten-free bun is one that hasn't usually, because they just fall apart. I'd rather get, and it's not the restaurant or anybody's fault. It's just because there's no gluten in it.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'd rather just get something different on the menu.
gluten was the MVP this whole time, and we never knew until we took it away, and then everything fell apart.
I
Like
know.
we gave gluten a bad rap. We crapped on gluten for a really long time, and then gluten was like, all right, cool. Hold your bread together. Tell me how that works out for you.
I know.
How's that sandwich in 7 pieces?
And I know you haven't had a beer in a long time, but you're not missing out on anything with gluten-free beer either.
See, and I was really wondering. Like, and I was researching the other day too. If I start drinking again, is there gluten-free beer, and how is it?
It's so gross. Stick to your ciders and your White Claws if you're drinking.
Yeah, I would rather make bathtub Zima, I think, than
You were a Zima drinker?
not by choice. I was in a really toxic relationship where she preferred Zima, and so I just brought Zima home every day because, like, whatever.
You guys got along better if she was wasted?
Because like happy wife, happy life, And
Is it the one I hated?
no. This is the one. This is the one where I was like deep in my alcoholism, and then she was also bulimic, right?
Oh yes, and you're telling her she had a problem while you're all
drunk. So she's in the bathroom doing her thing, and I'm standing in the door.
Not that any of these problems are funny.
No, they're not.
Riley for being part of the problem.
I was 22. This is like 18, 19 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah. So she's in the bathroom doing her thing, and I'm just plastered drunk because that's me. And I'm standing in the door. I'm like, hey, you got a problem. You know that?
But live. You got a problem.
Hey, kid.
Hi. This is Brock.
You got a problem, Brock. You have a tablet in your hand. I don't have one.
This is an iPad. I'm catching really good Pokemon.
Do you play FNAF?
What's that again?
Do you ever play any Five Nights at Freddy's games?
Yeah, I play Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Have you played the FNAF game where it's like Pokemon, only you're looking for Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, and Chica, and they come and knock on your door?
I've seen that only on TikTok. I don't have that. I only have the doors where you check the doors. My
son and I are playing that game now in our room, and we're going around and we're catching all the Chicas and the Bonnies and the Freddys and all that stuff right now.
Yeah,
is that a cool game?
I'm catching a Pokemon right now.
You're catching the Pokemon? I think we're going to go catch the Pokemon later today, too.
I caught it.
You caught it?
Right.
Did you get an axolotl?
Start to get set up for school. You start school in 15 minutes, okay? I'm sure these 2 8-year-old boys are going to sit through distance learning perfectly well together today.
It's going to be a dream. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Joey already started at 8, and then Brock starts at 9, and they're sitting straight across from each other. So I'm sure the teachers are going to totally love me and Jamie for this today.
If ever a time to bring back spitballs, now is that time, right? Some spitballs, maybe
we did our wind down Wednesday, and I hear them banging on the door. Well, did we lock him? One of the other moms had locked him out. And we're like, this is why we locked you out. We're doing a live stream.
This was not accidental.
Yeah, Denise, he's one of the sweetest kids I have. Our friend is raising really good boys. Like that Brock, what a sweet kid, man.
I mean, he's not playing the FNAF Pokemon game, but whatever. Because the more people that play, the more stuff we get. But I mean, I don't want to force him into it. Whatever.
What do you have going on today?
Man, I think this is it. I think we're gonna lounge around the house, and I'm not gonna do much. I'm not gonna overshare, but my medication switched up, and so I'm adjusting to that, and it's having some physical side effects that is keeping me a little close to home today.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to indulge in that anymore.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay close to home.
I'm staying here with 3 boys today so they can play dated up because my kid's going to start going back to school. So we won't be able to come and do
That's right. Next week or no, week after. Vegas is next week.
He's supposed to start next week and he's not going to because we're going to see his dad next week and I'm not taking that away from him. 2020 has been rough enough.
Right.
So I'm staying here with these boys. I have to go by our radio station and pick up a studio computer so that you can broadcast from San Francisco in a couple weeks.
Right.
And then me and the girls are going shopping tonight.
Shopping. What are you gonna buy?
A new outfit because it's my friend Jennifer's birthday. And so I have my longtime girlfriends coming up to Murphy's this weekend. And I'm hosting them at a couple different spots that we got reservations, and they are going to set us up in a separate spot.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Because we're loud. And I want a new outfit.
Sure.
I bought a cute fanny pack. I know you make fun of my fanny packs, but I bought this cute satchel. So I sent it to Mira, and I said, I want an outfit to go with this purse. And she said, okay. So I'm sure when I get to her store, she'll have like 12 different outfits for me to choose from.
Michelle bought me some t-shirts the other day, so that was cool.
Are they screen print or are they like grown up?
No, this is one of them. It's just some solid colors and some shorts. And I realized that I haven't gone clothes shopping even before the I mean, it had been 6 or 7 months before the pandemic hit, and then you're at home, and I do so much work out in the garage that I ruined most of my clothes. And so I've gone through most of my garage clothes. And I think that she could sense that I was starting to inch closer and closer to my non-garage clothes. And so some new clothes showed up so I could turn old clothes into garage clothes. So
don't go into that garage with your new clothes.
No. I'm really good about that. And I have an apron that I wear out there too. So
okay.
Yeah. So between that and the apron, I usually do a pretty good job of not ruining anything. But every once in a while, I'll take shortcuts and be like, I don't need to wear the apron for this. And then I'll have a big hole.
I wear aprons for everything. I wear aprons when I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
And grilling, obviously, and cooking and all that. But aprons, because they have all the pockets in it. And I know men have like their tool belts and stuff. But if I have a good grill apron, because they're so strong, I put my hammer, nails, and everything in there. And then there's a pocket at the top.
Yeah.
For my phone and everything. It's way better than a tool belt.
That's all I have. I have a woodworker's apron because the one that I really wanted, the leather one, is way too expensive. But I mean, same thing. It's all the little pockets and stuff. And and honestly, like the color gray that it is, like when I like take a selfie, like wait, I'm like, that actually kind of looks badass. That's pretty cool. So, but every once in a while I'll shortcut it. I'll be like, I don't need to wear that. And I'll flip on my grinder and sparks will hit where my belly button is. And I'll have like a 6-inch hole horizontally across my shirt where all the sparks would hit. And I'll come inside. She's like, I told you to wear your apron. Like, sorry.
Oh God, you need to get the leather apron. How much?
So, the one that I want is hundreds. So the one that I have has worked for 2 years, and really, it's
floral.
Yeah. And it's
I'm
really
not surprised by that.
It's an aesthetics thing. It's a goal thing.
If we've learned anything about Ian Riley, he will buy little 40-cent, $1, $2 things off of Wish for funsies. But when it comes to like crap he cares about, fishing, radio, your metalwork, like you're not doing secondhand, you're not doing garbage stuff. Like you're gonna buy it. Like you're gonna do it, you know?
Or at least if I'm
So I
producing
understand,
garbage,
like, I'm not surprised that you want like a hundreds of dollar apron when you're usually like a dollar store guy. You're not
Yeah.
that guy. But I'm not surprised by this big want purchase.
well, and the thing is, like, I can only buy the Wish stuff because I don't have anything left over, because I usually do end up buying that sort of stuff. So like the Wish stuff we say is for fun, but the Wish stuff is not really for fun so much as it is satisfying an addiction, because I can't currently buy what I really want. So if 7 $2 items show up, I feel like it's Christmas.
Yeah, but if you save that $2 every $2, you could have probably had your apron by now.
You're absolutely right. And that's called long-term planning. And that's something that I don't do well.
Me neither.
I'm pretty sure next week's going to happen.
Those who cannot do, teach.
I
know what I'm supposed to be doing, just like my diet.
I'm pretty sure that next week is going to happen. I'm certain that there will be a Monday, September, whatever Monday is going to be. I just don't see that far ahead. I see Friday.
All right, I got to log these boys on for some distance learning. So we will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Bye, guys.